Benjamin Netanyahu had rarely, if ever, looked publicly angrier than he did on the 30th of May this year. Defeated in his effort to form a coalition government, he prevented anyone else from being given that chance by forcing through an unprecedented election rerun.
It's unbelievable. Avigdor Lieberman is now part of the left.
The sense of betrayal was at his former political fixer, former foreign and defense minister, ally and enemy for more than 20 years, Avigdor Lieberman. Lieberman's professed reason for keeping his secular right-wing party out of government was his opposition to ultra-Orthodox Jews being exempted from military service, something Netanyahu's ultra-Orthodox political partners would not concede. Nurit Kedar spent 5 years following Lieberman for a documentary released this week, finding him a highly guarded interviewee. But she says it was clear that whatever the ideological differences between him and Netanyahu, their divorce was deeply personal.
The only sentence that he said was that friendship is something, it's for life. You know, it has some foundation that it really goes through all life. And it was broken, and it was shattered.
Lieberman hasn't explicitly ruled out joining a Netanyahu-led government this time round, but his policy demands make it unlikely at best. And with his secular stance boosting his position in the polls, his status as kingmaker has been strengthened. Netanyahu has spent the last week talking in terms familiar from previous campaigns of threats and promises. The threat of Iran's nuclear program, the threat requiring police at polling stations of Palestinian-Israeli voter fraud, the promise to annex the Jordan Valley and parts of the occupied city of Hebron, all of it designed to motivate his right-wing base. For Netanyahu, re-election offers a better chance to fight off 3 looming corruption cases. The parliament or Knesset could even vote to grant him immunity. But the polls suggest there could be a similar outcome to last time, with Netanyahu's Likud party running almost even with the opposition blue and white, led by former army chief Benny Gantz. There's a good chance neither will have enough support from smaller parties to piece together a majority coalition. Some predict months more uncertainty, while each side tries and fails to form a government, increasing the pressure on Netanyahu.
His indictment is expected to happen in the first half of December. That would be during the second period of 6 weeks in which a candidate would be given a chance to form a government. And if that indictment happens then, the Likud will then realize, okay, we don't like overthrowing leaders, but now we have no choice.
Israel's second election in 5 months is unlikely to be the finish line in the contest to govern the country, rather the starting gun for the next round in the fight. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, West Jerusalem.